Hey YouTube, Omar here, and my NL Central 50 games down review is uploaded. So you know what that means. Time for some NL West, and let's get right into it with the LA Dodgers. Um, what can you say? I picked them to win the division. If you didn't pick them to win the division, you're kind of crazy. They're an amazing team. I don't know how they keep winning these games. Makes no sense to me, but they are marked here at 37 and 21, 4.5 games up. I don't know if they added their win yet today, but yeah, they just swept the Phillies 4 in a row. Uh, Phillies suck. Phillies suck. Um, Clayton Kershaw is a great pitcher. Matt Kemp, obviously, they're winning all these games without Matt Kemp, probably their best hitter. Chris Capuano's been a pleasant surprise for them. He just got his 8th win yesterday. D. Gordon, I like him. He steals bases like there's no tomorrow. It's craziness. Um, I wonder how many stolen bases D. Gordon has actually. We should go look that. But anyway, their team is just great. Their pitching's good. Their hitting's good. Uh, they're the team debate. It's between them and the Rangers, who the best team in the MLB is. And right now, I had to give the nod to them. I mean, they've just been great this whole entire season. Let's see. 14 stolen bases, 6 caught stealing for D. Gordon. Anyway, that's the Dodgers. They're going to win this division. No doubt in my mind, they're going to win this division. And no doubt in my mind, right now, things could obviously change. I mean, we're only 55 games in. Actually, they're 58 games in. But right now, they're the best team in baseball, and they're missing their best hitter. Texas Rangers aren't. Next up is actually, to me, a little bit of a surprise, the San Francisco Giants. I mean, you ask why they're surprised. They are a good team, but I didn't think they'd be 7 games over 500 competing as well as they are. I didn't think Melky Cabrera would be leading the National League in in average right now at 366. They don't have much power, but they have some good pitching. Vogelsong, Bumgarner. Tim Lincecum was a bit iffy, but he's starting to come back a little bit. Matt Cain, obviously. I mean, and Pagan's been a pleasant surprise for them. I mean, they're a pretty good team. They're playing well. And what's so interesting and so fascinating about the Giants is it seems that they get the full potential out of all their players. Obviously, they're not stacked to the brim like some of the other teams. You know, they don't have the best roster, 25-man roster in the league, but every player does their part, and that's why they're such a good team. 7 games over 500 and beating the Padres right now 6-3. Next up is 3 games under 500. So it's like the Dodgers, the Giants, and then there's a gap, and then the Diamondbacks. So the Diamondbacks, what can I say? They're 27-30. Not the players are not really living up to. This is pretty much the opposite. I mean, they have some players that could be doing some more than they're actually doing. I mean, Justin Upton is really. If you wanted to know how the Arizona Diamondback season is going right now, take a look at just ask Justin Upton. I mean, he's hitting 243 with 5 homers and 20 RBIs. Definitely behind pace for a guy that was a legitimate NL MVP candidate. In fact, maybe the top candidate before the season, up there with Kemp and all them, and just has not done it. Wade Miley, their pitchers, but he's been great. They've got some good pitching. Ian Kennedy's not the Ian Kennedy we saw last year, and that's basically the story. All the guys that were so good last year, Ian Kennedy, Justin Upton, those guys that brought them to the playoffs last year are not getting it done this year, and not looking like a playoff bid this year for the Diamondbacks. On one note, also the highest batting average on their team is only 288, and that goes to Paul Goldschmidt, who also leads them in homers with only 7. So, yeah, looks like the Mets from last year, pretty much. I mean, they don't have that bad of a record at 27-30, but their team might be worse than their record. Next up, we have the Colorado Rockies. Not a very good team, sitting at 24-32 on the season. Their offense is really good, and that makes sense. What doesn't it? Troy Tulowitzki, Carlos Gonzalez, Todd Helton can get the job done. They're top 10 in runs, batting average, on base percentage, and slugging percentage this year in the MLB. But their pitching This is astounding. Last in ERA in the major leagues, last in quality starts, last in WHIP, and last in batting average against. They're 5.10 staff ERA, and that's really why their team has been terrible this year. Is their pitching? Their wins leader is Friedreich. I don't know who that is. 4 wins. The pitcher on the staff with the lowest WHIP, Nicasio, is giving up a 1.62 walks and hits per inning. I mean, this is not a good pitching staff whatsoever. They got Nicasio on the DL, Chacin on the DL, and De La Rosa on the DL. I mean, who is pitching for these guys? I don't even know their pitchers, and that's pretty much why they've been sucking. Carlos Gonzalez, however, he just wants to get out of Colorado. Maybe not because it's a great hitter's park, but hitting .319 with 14 homers and 45 RBIs. He scored 45 runs, and nothing doing for the Rockies, and really hasn't been anything doing since they had that season. Was it 2008 where they won 22 of 23 to come back and win the wild card? I don't remember, but yeah, not a good season. And to make matters worse for this division, it doesn't stop with Colorado. It stops with the San Diego Padres, probably the second worst team behind the Cubs in the National League. It's terrible. They're losing today 6-3. Their offense ranks worse than 27th or lower in every one of the categories I've mentioned. The pitching's not that much better, although they are a little bit better. Their top hitter in average is Will Venable with a .268 average. They're just not getting the job done. And I don't know if Mika Owens, Mika Owens, nice relief pitcher. He's on the 60-day DL. And they're 19-38, looking to go 19-39 today. And that's just, it's a painful time for San Diego Padres fans, I guess. I've felt it before. Not maybe this bad, but bad. So anyway, that's the end of the series 50 games down review and the end of this video, the 50 games down review for the NL West. I will be coming back with another video as soon as this one uploads about the Mets and what has happened since they started into a stretch where I believe they play 25 consecutive games against teams with winning records. Obviously, the Phillies don't have a winning record anymore, but that's when it started. And, yep, we'll get to that in the next video. See you guys later.